is Mr. Ramatar, why is Mr. Jagdeo so concerned about what happened so long ago? Why aren't they concerned about the future? Why don't they tell the Guyanese people about the jobs that they want to provide? Why don't they tell the Guyanese people about the security that they will provide? Because they cannot provide any jobs, they cannot provide any security, they cannot make Guyana a safe place. It is the APNU which talks about security, is the APNU which talks about your children, which talks about the future. Thank you very much, caller. You put your finger on a very important point here. Mr. Ramatar and Mr. Jagdeo are all looking back to the past. They're all trying to depend on people who do not know what happened 30 years ago, because most of the young people grew up over the last 19 years. But the truth is that the killing of Dr. Walter Rodney was explained in great detail by the person who was accused in the press. He was never charged for any offense. Gregory Smith did write a book, The Assassination Cry of a Failed Revolution. So maybe Mr. Ramatar needs to get a copy of that book and to read it. Thank you.
Yeah, but they both Mr. Ramatar and Mr. Jagdeo should also read the part in the Bible where it says that Lot's wife turned a pillar of salt after looking back. So indeed, they should stop looking back. Good afternoon to you, caller. Good afternoon to you, caller. Good day.
Hello?
Yes, caller, you're on the air.
I like the program, and I like to make some corrections. Mr. Granger is saying, don't look back. But I am going to show you reasons where we need to look back. Right? Now, in Enmore, I'm from Enmore. In Enmore is dominant Indian. Tell me, 100 people vote for the PP and some 1,000 vote for PNC? When the result came out, that's what happened. So, Mr. Jagdeo has a right to warn the people what is forthcoming. Right? What is forthcoming, and it can happen again. Any change that takes place in this country, right, and the people get put out of office, you know what happened to us? We'll go back to Bellbag, get run down with house, right? Go back to Hope Estate, stealing coconut, waiting in line, long hours, the shelves will be empty, the schools will be broken up, the roads will be destroyed, the water system, there wouldn't be any. Right? That's what this government come and inheritance working this sweat out. Instead of people being so thankful for what they are doing, they're only bamboozling them. That's my comment.
Thanks for your comment. Before Mr. Granger responds, we'll take another call. Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon.
Hello. Good afternoon.
Okay. Just calling to find out. I'm living at Malika. We live in over here on this land for about 14 years now. So you can't get light on to now. Every time you go and get a light, they're saying that we're going to get people from the village office. But the situation is this. You prepare meters out now, so once you know you still have to get the people from the village office to get the prepare meter.
Okay, thank you, caller. Callers, please watch your volume when you're coming through. I'll allow Mr. Granger now to deal with the first question. Caller, what I can tell you, we'll find out about the prepaid meter and about getting your papers, and you could call us at our office, at our Congress Place office, 225-7853, and we'll try our best to get that information for you. But in the meantime, Mr. Granger, could you respond to the first question?
We are still looking forward. There have been mistakes in the past, and when we speak of mistakes, particularly at the political level, we must try to understand and explain why those mistakes occurred. For example, during the period when the People's National Congress was in government, between 1965 and 1992, there was a tremendous rivalry, there was a tremendous struggle on the part of on two major parties, the People's Progressive Party and the People's National Congress. And many attacks were made on the PNCR. I'm not going to use this program to try to explain everything that happened, but particularly in the sugar industry, particularly in some areas that were affected by the violence, that acres upon acres of cane were burnt. There were strikes. There were all sorts of attempts to sabotage government equipment and to pull the administration down. So when we make these criticisms, we need to put the events into the context of what was taking place. It is not as though there was some monstrous government which was trying to bring about destruction on one part of society. A struggle was taking place, and what the APNU is trying to do is to bring people together to prevent such a situation from recurring, to create a consensual atmosphere in which people from different sides of the political spectrum, people with different political interests, people of different religions, people of different ethnic backgrounds, would resolve their differences in a more consensual manner. When we don't agree with the administration, we don't have to go and burn acres and acres of sugar cane. We don't have to have thousands of strikes. And one of the characteristics which differentiate Guyana from other countries, even from Suriname, is the propensity to violence, the propensity to have this sort of political confrontation. And we can make our country better without the confrontational politics of the past. That is why the Partnership for National Unity is a party of the future. We are looking forward to solve our differences, ethnic differences, religious differences, ideological differences in a more consensual manner. I'm not denying that things happened in the past which created distress for the population. But what I'm saying is that we must close that chapter and open a new chapter of consensual politics, a new chapter of partnership. And that is what the future is all about. That is what the APNU is all about.
You're on the air, caller.
I would like to raise one point. If no party in government, no party out of government has answers to every social issue in this country, and what the opposition as well as those who are there to come out should do is to start remedying, because we made mistakes. They have made mistakes, and as Mr. Granger said, they have made mistakes. And what they can do as APNU is to look at those mistakes and begin to remedy them, so that the citizens in this country would be able to see betterment. It's no use we keep going back. We're going back 38 years, 37 years. We're not going to get anywhere. But as we see that, for example, if we see the health sector needs repair, then let's look at every aspect, every facet of the health sector. If we see the electricity sector needs repair, let's look at it. Deal with it as it is. Going back gets us nowhere, because we're going to be going and going and going back, and we're not going to be progressing. The thing is future. What can we gain from to the future? We're looking to the future. So as Mr. Granger says, instead of going back to what was done, because both parties are not blameless, they are blameful. We should be going back as people, because our motto says one nation, one destiny. Therefore, we should be going forward instead of backward. Thank you.
Thank you very much, caller. Good day to you.
Hello, good day. I'm calling. I have two questions for Mr. Granger. Hello?
Yes, good day. Go ahead.
Yeah, the first one is that we know for a fact that some of these things were going on. One of the callers said just now, Mr. Gajraj, and some of these things were going on with the phantom gas. What I want to ask, the first question is, if the PPP government removed from office, just charges could be brought against these gentlemen. First one. And the second one is, if, they're still pursuing this matter of getting the alliance of change to collate with the party, because as it is now, right, the majority is about let's say 55-45 in terms of them winning the upcoming election. You understand? They're portraying a good front, everything is okay so far, but if they get Alliance of Change to come on board, I feel that will actually give them a percentage of about 80-20. My contribution for the two questions.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. We have some very interesting questions.